Good evening, sports fans. My name is Brightops, and welcome back to Blood Bowl 2, the Temple Guard series. Well, as we saw last time, we were victorious in our first Mega Cup, and we've managed to ascend to the lofty Silver Division. And we already know who our first opponents are. Fat Chop the Ogre team. Well, no points in putting it off. Let's do this thing.
The team knows its opponents. We can launch the game.
Shh. I did it again. I did it again. I completely forgot to buy a skink. God damn it.
Are you ready to play?
I even had a little note and everything. I literally read it just as I hit the button and I couldn't go back without conceding a match.
Welcome back, sports fans.
They got one of those stunted cooks making a stew.
Okay.
Capricious weather. Ball controls going to be hard.
2, 3.
I'm liking going recently. Looking at the ratings, this team has the advantage. Will they be able to capitalize on it?
There's 4. Damn. I thought I only saw 3 ogres in the lineup. Because ogre teams... I don't think we've actually fought an ogre team before. But ogre teams can have up to 6 ogres on their team. But, yes, ogre teams are, for those of you who aren't in the know, ogre teams are considered to be...
It's hard to imagine a more asymmetrical team than this one, Bob. Do you understand that word?
You can kiss my asymmetrical. I'd even say it's the most asymmetrical thing I've ever seen.
So you really don't know what that word means, do you?
Alright. Fortunately, we're gonna have to take... Actually, perfect use for a journeyman. Being an ogre bait seems like a pretty good use for him. Cause out of the 4 of them, 3 of them have a guard. This one, wait, no, not this one here, who they've moved over in this direction, does not have guard. These 3, however, do. But yet, ogre teams are widely considered by many Blood Bowl players to be one of the worst teams available. Partially because... well, mostly because of the fact of how their level up tree is set up. See, the difference between the ogre team ogres and the ogre that you get on a human team is that the ogre team ogres do not benefit from being able to, from the general skills. They can only get abilities in strength. And because they
get together and fall on you.
And because they lack the basic, well, the general tab or any other tabs, this kind of limits how they level up a great deal. Which, not the greatest thing ever. Well, let's see if we can get rid of this guy. If we can knock him out of... Yep, we can knock him out of the way. So he is gone. let's get rid of
At
you.
least they have teammates around them.
Takes a skillful player to stay up under such a sustained assault.
Okay, can we? Yes, we can. Now this might
The domino effect.
oh, whoops. That wasn't intentional, but oh well. Okay. Let's do this.
Missed that action.
Damn it, the rain cost us that. Just for. As also on par with the fact that the ogres only have a single level up branch, the fact that they are boneheaded kind of it doesn't work because all ogres on their team have boneheaded and thus on a D6 don't do anything.
Because two big guys is always better than one.
Just like that. Kind of means that they rely heavily on rerolls in order to try and do their thing. Plus, there's also the fact that the snotlings. Snotlings are not. They are the weakest unit in the game, bar none. Just for the sole purpose of they have one strength. That is something they just have. They also have Stunty, and I'm fairly certain they're the only people who have Twitchy, which means that they can't really assist when it comes to, say, rolling a block. Well, not really rolling a block, but more. They're not really that useful if it comes to, for example, off the top of my head, when it comes to tackle zones.
Adversaries like that. I hope he knows what he's doing.
That's it. Force them back and then pow!
A loose ball is a dangerous ball. The player needs to secure it, and fast.
They also have the lowest armor value in the game, since they've only got armor value of 5. And do you know what this means, children? It means they die really easily if you can hit them. Of course, the fact that they get dodge and sidestep by default does generally mean that they tend not to get hit.
Come on, guys. Team spirit is the key. Well, except for me, obviously.
Fast and impossible to track. The fans will love it.
Okay, that's you. Might as well have Sinister there, just to provide some support. Now, can we knock an ogre down?
This attacker smells weakness.
I'm not gonna lie, Conrad is going to have a bad day. Though maybe not as bad as it initially started as. But yes, it also doesn't help that Noblars, or Snotlings as they're more often referred as, do they... what was the thing they get? I believe they only get
Any advice?
agility abilities?
The only answer. With fists flailing, he's following up, hoping to get the knockdown next time.
I could be wrong there, because it's been a little while since I've actually played or given an ogre team a shot.
Whoops! 420 Saurus came up from Slanhopek.
When the match was over, the host he was a wreck.
More pain for that team. Their pain, our gain.
But yes, it's one of those things that everyone can sort of agree on when it comes to Blood Bowl, that the ogre team has a tendency to be at its strongest around about at creation. They tend not to do so well when it comes to, you know, later game.
The Saurus, they hit hard.
And
That looks painful.
yeah, it really doesn't help their case a lot that pretty much a lot of our Sauruses and all that by this point have picked up Mighty Blow. It is not doing the Snotlings any favors. Yes, I do acknowledge that they do have they do have a different name, but screw that.
Me Saurus. Me hit.
Yep, I reckon that's what he'd say, if he could talk.
Can the player force possession away from the ball holder?
Also, one of those things that happens with teams like this is, generally speaking, either they will... It's one of those things when you're going up against an ogre team, you're either going to have a absolute steamroll, or you're going to be in a lot of or you're going to get into a lot of trouble really quickly. There isn't really a whole lot of middle ground when it comes to that. Let's see, we're on round 4 and at least 3 Snotlings are currently down. And because they've only got one little bastard still in reserve, this is going to be a very interesting long game. Admittingly, the one advantage that ogres on the actual ogre team have over their human team counterparts is the fact that they don't have Lona. I'm fairly certain if they had Lona, they would be unplayable.
Fair fight can be so overrated. There's always room in sport for a scrap like this.
Put some pressure on the ball carrier. Move quicker.
There we go. Good solid whack.
Ball for that loser.
He's
They're
not
in with a chance of
dead,
turning
but
this
he's
match on its head.
definitely probably wishing he was.
Apparently, this player forgot his hands in the changing rooms.
Oh, right, how badly did we... Yep, rain again! That pouring rain, that +1 modifier has made us lose this bowl twice. that's boneheaded right there.
The bigger they are, the thicker they tend to be. Obviously.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain I mentioned this a bit just before, but the Snotlings are probably the only team, well, I think they're the only team. I might be wrong, I will admit, but I'm fairly confident that they are the only Blood Bowl team player that actually has Twitchy, which increases their dodge chance by a little bit more. But in exchange, they don't really have much in the way of... they can't really do tackle zones all that well. 'Tis the payoff. Alright, Corrin. There we go. Which I will admit is not great. It isn't. It's not fantastic when basically one of the main movers on your team doesn't stop the enemy. See, that's a doctor. No casualty. He joins the substitutes. Oh well. Slightly disappointed by that, but hey, we still get the experience for it, so it's all good. Let's see what they can do. Whoa! Corrin has spent so much time getting this damn bolt. She is not letting some bloody ogre get in her way. Stuff that.
Come on, guys, together.
Alright, gonna try and... well, if we can injure an ogre and get them to lose an ogre, that would be amazing. Because as I'm pretty sure that you have probably realized that without their ogres, they're kind of in a whole lot of shit. Because Noblars are not your good fighters, like at all. And we finally got him down.
We may see that player later.
Off the field. But let's just, that's done, let's just level up Corrin, shall we?
Let's go. Half-hour just around the corner. The game's getting interesting.
With that touchdown under their belt,
And I forgot about the orcs. I keep forgetting about them. I didn't even have them on the note this time. I didn't even have them on the note to remind me to get me a skink. But oh well.
a fresh start, fellas. You can return to the slaughter. It's going to be hard now that they're outnumbered. Despite being in the lead, this team now has to kick the ball to the losing squad.
They'll want to get it back as soon as they can.
Alright. Very simple plan, really. Very simple idea going forward. We're going to just keep destroying the rest of the snotlings because, well, they're small and weak and easy to hurt. If you can actually hit them.
Ah, good. He's got the ball. It's always embarrassing when they fumble.
Yeah, honestly, probably the worst nightmare for an ogre team is quite honestly would honestly be dwarves fairly early on, because all your players having tackle, that means all your snotlings are gonna die. And if all your snotlings die, you're kinda screwed, because ogres, well, they're not, as we've seen before, with this, particularly with the Sauruses, it is possible to, and it is fully possible for a team, people with low agility to pick up the ball and actually score it. However, their low movement speed combined with their relatively low agility, on top of the fact that there's a 1 in 6 chance that they're going to just stand there drooling for a round. Well, doesn't exactly inspire confidence.
This is going to be decisive.
Not saying that it can't happen, but it's not. There are more likely things to.
They've got the advantage, but there is no sure thing in Blood Bowl.
The Saurus, they hit hard.
Alright, let's see if we can bend some things in the favor of our brave defenders. Yes, we can. Wonderful. And why not?
That's going to be a turn.
That's why not.
They're going to be carrying that
Shouldn't have done that.
for the rest of their short life.
Okay, we're gonna roll that, use our doctor there, because skinks do need that armor value. It's already low as is. Getting knocked down from 7 to 6, that is very dangerous. So let's see, what have we got? Well, for the most part, we've definitely won this early half because, well, they can't get the ball down the field fast enough. This is literally their last turn.
That's quite a mismatch, Bob.
I know. That weedy fella's gonna get splatted. Oh, I'm excited, Jim.
Admittingly, I probably would not have used our doctor if, say, our journeyman skink here was the one who gets injured, because, well, he's a free substitute. Why the hell would we care? He knew the risks going in.
That player is about to get punched above and below the belt at the same time.
Is the assist gonna be enough to come out on top?
As it turns out, yes.
I should probably say something meaningful to all our Cabal Vision viewers. All I can think is... Well, at least they're not dead. Yeah.
And another skink dies a horrific, needless death. Fantastic.
They can just lost the ball from that loser. They're in with a chance of turning this match on its head.
You know what? Why the hell not?
That's a bad one. Not helped by the rain, of course.
Yeah. I'll admit we didn't really have much in the way of chances of getting that throw. But hey, it's worth trying. Let's see, 4 snotlings down.
I'm tempted to go down there and help out myself, Jim. I'm worth at least 3 players. I could do with breaking a few necks, air out the cobwebs. Must be a real kick in the head to have to kick the ball away when you're losing.
Let's see, who's the catcher? Oh, whoops, you were sure feet. Oh well, 4 agility is still good. Ah, bugger, I put the wrong skink up front.
Smells like a fight is about to happen.
Oh well, easy.
Knee hit.
Yep, I reckon that's what he'd say, if he could talk.
Alright, let's see if we can knock you down. Yes, we can. Wonderful. And a bit of a gamble to try and do this, but why not? Okay, we're going to just move our skinks up to defend from their, you know, snotlings and to try and prevent their ogres from from blitzing it. And we're going to sacrifice this journeyman skink to try and slow this bastard down. Though in hindsight, I probably should have tried to try and kick this ogre while he was down and surrounded by friendlies, thus lowering his armor value. Oh well, we'll see what happens. They've made the bone-headed.
They've gone into the opponent's tackle zone. Should be good. Good call. Intimidation is the key. It's one of my strengths when I was still playing.
The player's fist is approximately the same size as his entire opponent.
And that's why we send in the journeyman.
Snuggling and the great unclean. But this time, no miracle.
We just made them waste a reroll. They didn't really want to. Okay, you're down. That might be worth trying, actually. Let's do this.
I wonder how fast he'd be after I broke it some legs.
Alas, no. It's worth a shot.
One less annoyance than
Okay, Noblars are pathetic creatures by, well, all rights. No one's denying that, but in numbers they can be, I was gonna say threat, but they can be an inconvenience. Let's go with that. Inconvenience works nicely. Alright, let's just get you back up.
they may be fast, but once you grab these bozos, you can usually strangle them easily enough.
I'm just gonna move you over here so that you're not so that the ogres here have less chance of just murderizing a skink.
Some defensive pressure gathering.
Okay, they're gonna try and blitz Trevor.
Very nice moves.
Yep, you can tell because
Remember, you need balls to score. Good defensive block.
fortunately for us, they are kind of, what's the word I'm looking for here? Incompetent, that's the one. Just generally snotling incompetence is gonna will pay off a lot of the time. Hans Valentine just earned themselves a level up.
When the match was over, the LT was a wreck.
And I almost feel completely sorry for that snotling because they just lost points of armor value. They have 5 by default. But he was just knocked down to 4.
Ticking, keeps on ticking.
If he wasn't dead, we might as well have just made him dead.
Here's the touchdown, which could protect them from a comeback. Right to the end.
And of course, the amazing dancing orcs.
Being outnumbered is never fun, Jim. But on the Blood Bowl pitch, well, it's deadly. Important thing, gotta keep possession of the ball, not lose it. Strike back would be terrible.
And there's a riot, which honestly is to be expected. It is a time-honored tradition of the Temple Guard's fans to have a riot at least once in the game.
Apparently it's more difficult than it seems.
Okay, that's one ogre who's doing nothing.
Because 2 big guys is always better than 1. get together and fall on you. It can really hurt.
I will admit I was having an idea for this series, a change of pace for the Blood Bowl series. That I had in mind, that I kind of want to run by, well, the viewers. Because at the moment, we are basically playing a league. Just that's fairly easy to recognize. But there is another mode that we could potentially be playing in, called the Eternal League. And that plays somewhat differently from how this league goes. In that you'll actually be traveling along a map and picking like various tournaments and games to play in. And, you know, earning qualifiers and stuff like that. And I have then, as of late, entertained the idea that maybe restarting a Blood Bowl series in, well, this mode would be better appreciated than just the standard play that we've currently got. It's not a decision I'm planning to make anytime soon. Ah. I'm not gonna lie, I was not expecting that. Oh well. I guess you just get so used to having skinks with 4 agility that you just kind of forget that that isn't the norm. But yes, if I do start a new Blood Bowl series, or potentially I bring this, potentially when, well, actually one way or the other when this series comes to an end, either because we've gotten stuck in the same division for 2 seasons and can't break out of it, or we manage to reach the top division, which I think it's Platinum? I'll double check it after this match what that division's actually called, because I can't remember off the top of my head. But in the event, that the series ends, we might start our next Blood Bowl series in the Eternal League rather than here, where it would be a bit more. What's the term I'm looking for?
This could be a sack. I love it when that happens.
Ah, yes, I know what I'm talking about now. There will be a bit more diversity in the tournament structure because there will be multiple tournaments. And 7 not only took out the ball carrier, but managed to just grab the ball in the process. With a natural 6. Very good. This is why I love 7. She is a good skink.
The Saurus, they hit hard.
I may have just hit the wrong button there. Whoops-a-doodles. But oh well. Let's see if we can get you off the pitch.
They look to be rolling on the ground in agony, Jim. And here comes the other team.
Damn, we succeeded that roll. The problem was that we, well, rolled on the injury chart, we rolled a stun. So he's just going to, you know, remain on the ground.
Remove the layer before you get to the good stuff.
Alright. I will admit I was kind of hoping we'd be able to level up Conrad the Executioner a bit, get him some points heading the right direction, but
This looks like the end. They can't catch up such a big gap.
and yes, for those people wondering, the orcish ponpons are alive, living creatures.
We're obviously outnumbered.
They are called squigs.
Possible to win.
Particularly, there are a large variety of squig,
To think defensively.
but the best way to describe what say war squigs are is basically an endless pit with a mouth. Like, quite literally. It has actually been theorized due to the fact that they can consume things that are bigger than them
There's nothing better
without
than
apparently
someone
any
smaller
ill effect to themselves.
With arms like trees. You're going to be one. Hang on, did you see that? Ouch.
That's either they have some sort of there is actually some theory that they are some kind of warp-blessed entity, or at least have been infused with warp energy to a degree, to basically just make them just unable to the point. Well, sorry, best way to describe it is they don't really seem to have much in the way of a stomach, as so much as they have an endless dimension that just obliterates everything that goes into their maw. Alternatively, they could just have incredibly effective stomach acid or something like that, to the point where they can literally digest a fully armored and armed human wearing metal
Final whistle's about to blow.
within
Then we
literal
get rid of a
seconds.
few fatalities.
Honestly, couldn't tell you which option I'm more inclined to believe, but both has
Not up to much today.
a lot of them do have their merits, for argument's sake. We're gonna see if we can get Corin to get another touchdown, and thus get her as close to level 3 as possible. And Lorda takes a wallop, but is perfectly fine.
Because two big guys is always better than one.
And Grey Vested, of course, is taking no one's shite. Despite the fact that he is outnumbered. Alright, let's get rid of you. Give some support over here to try and take down
Unity is strength.
one of their other ogres.
That player is rather smart for remaining upright. Pride comes before a fall.
just put Michael there, just to... Admittedly, I don't expect us to get much in the way of stopping this particular Snotling, because
gonna be enough to come out on
they are kind of dodgy as hell.
That's how every match should end.
Damn. Though the fact that one of their ogres is gone is definitely going to assist us in the long run.
Oh, the ball has been lost.
Let's see, can we... Yeah, I will admit, hoping for another ogre to, you know, fall over and die. Not kind of a gamble, honestly. Alright, let's see if we can get this snotling little bugger down. Which we can. He is gone. Hurrah! And he is gone.
Yep. That's what he'd say if he could talk.
See, I did...
They're dead. But as someone who knows, it isn't always that bad.
I'm not gonna lie here. When I said that they were gone, I just was thinking they were gonna be on the ground and not doing anything. I did not for the life of me think that they were actually dead. Damn it, Curran, you just had to get one more spot. And you would have gone 2 touchdowns. Yeah, well. I'm really just hoping Seven doesn't die here.
Sometimes.
A KO! I will take a KO. KO is great.
And maybe we will see him on the pitch later. After that match, I need to change my undergarments. Institutional.
Yeah, do your constant whatever somewhere else, Stinky.
Alright, and just from looking at the little update thing they had at the bottom, it is the Platinum Division that's the highest ranking. And I will take it. I will take that. Heh no. Let's see, Trevor gained MVP. Taking a quick look at the leaderboard. We're currently at the top with... Although, it's kind of hard to say that we're at the top of the leaderboard since... You know, everyone who's currently ahead has a win. So that can change fairly quickly.
Don't forget that to enhance your stadium, it must be of a sufficient size.
Okay. We've changed our cheerleaders from Orc back to Dwarf. And for those wondering, our team is sponsored by McMurtry's. Everyone loves the double McMurtry's with Skaven cheese. They are pleasant sponsors, but there is a strange clause in their contract. You must agree to never give McMorty's to your players before a match. Nobody really knows why. But yeah, let's get some of the level ups going. Let's see what we get. Okay, Valentine has... Well, we might as well give them Mighty Blow. Because... Well, the more chance our Asaurus can do some injuries, the better we will be. And now Corrin finally gets their level up. And we will give her Sidestep. Which is it's just generally a good one to give when you don't have anything else to work with. Now, ah yes, we also get a... See, who was it? One of our skinks was... No, it wasn't a skink, it was, I believe, Miss Lana? Yes, I believe it was Miss Lana Golden, who was currently missing off the pitch because of injuries.
Serve my drink to me chilled again, and I'll have your arm sawn off with a rusty blade. I want it warm. Warm, I said. Body temperature. Is the blood in your veins cold? No, it isn't. Then why should my wine be any different?
If you'll excuse me for a second, I'm just going to quickly open up my list of subscribers, just so we can get an idea of who we're going to name this one after. And yes, that might work. That will work nicely. We will finally have a new member of our team, Lone Wolf Jackson. I don't think we have one. Let's see. Yep, we haven't had a Lone Wolf before, so we have one now. Wonderful. Admittingly, I could potentially hire another skink, but 2 reserves... fairly healthy number, honestly. At this stage, we don't want... That's going to be painful. I was just about to say that we don't want to boost our team value too high, because, you know, we don't want everyone we go up against to have bloody halfling chefs.
Yes, I saw.
But then I noticed who we're going up against next.
Last year's G-Bat Awards. The following riot
Halflings.
was really quite wonderful.
Oh well. Oh well, we'll hurt them. We're gonna have to do what we can. But anyway, that was our first match of the Silver Division. My name is Brightops, and I look forward to hearing from you.